Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. As you're hopping onto the live, please say hello. This is a big day for us. I am super excited about our Easter and spring release this year, and I hope you guys are too. If you tuned into the fan page over the weekend, then you maybe saw a little sneak peek. And if you're not part of our fan page, then Saturdays are pretty exciting over there because you get to learn about what's coming for the next week and then leave your comments and interact about them. And maybe if you have questions, kind of start to get those answered before the big day. And the big day is today. So yes, Susan's here in the background too. So if you are shopping this morning already, we launched at 9 a.m., then congratulations. I hope you love what you got already, and maybe we can inspire you ways to use what you picked up, or maybe inspire you to get something you hadn't thought you needed. But I'm just super excited to share with you all of the new goodies. So let me see who is hopping on today. I'll say hi to a few people. I was just telling Susan, I feel like my head is still starting to clear a little bit today. I actually spent the weekend with my butt on a bleacher for about 3.5 days, and it was crazy. We were at a volleyball tournament in Omaha, so any of my Omaha, Nebraska people out there, say hello. We were at the CHI Center, downtown Omaha, and watched a lot of volleyball. And you know what? In those places where they set up an entire convention center with like 70 courts of volleyball, there is never a moment where you don't hear whistles in your ears. And so at the end of the day, it just felt like I had been to a really bad concert. You know how you leave a concert and your ears are just kind of ringing? That is not the type of concert I would want to go to where whistles are the music. But that's where we were. So I'm still feeling like I'm clearing my head a little bit from all of the noise of being in the gym over the weekend. But it was lots of fun. The girls competed well. It was Maddie's 13U team, so we had a good time. Hello, Bev, up in Lakeville, already ordered. Hi, Kathy. Carrie's here today. Susan in Arizona. Martha Joe, you watched 4 basketball games on Sunday, so you know what bleacher butt feels like. I gotta get myself one of those nice cushy chairs that I see everybody bring in. They sit on top, you know those? They sit on top of the bleachers and they actually have like a back on them, so you feel like... Yeah? Do you have one? Oh, you have one that says Ballard. People might be very confused if I showed up with that. Good morning, Tracy. Anna, good morning from Omaha. It was sunny there this weekend too. Hello, Vicky. Hi, Barb. You're waiting to see what you need before you order. Awesome. Leanna's here, and Debbie from California. Debbie says the release is awesome. Can't wait to see all the ideas. You've got your finger on the order button.
Yes, she does.
Well, don't worry. One of the things with our releases that kind of become part of our collection, a couple things we like to let everybody know is these products will be part of our collection in the future. And so if by chance they sell out, typically we don't sell out of our normal release products the first day. But if they do sell out, they will be restocked. Hopefully in time for Easter, which is super early this year. Anybody else feel a little bit not ready for Easter? It was like Valentine's Day and then boom, Easter. That's how it feels, especially for us paper crafters who need to work ahead of the actual holiday. But these items will continue to be available in the Tailored Expressions collection for hopefully years to come. But yeah, just something we like to mention because I know those of you that shop our kit releases, you have come to know that those are limited quantity releases, but everything else in our collection is here to stay. So, all right. Bonnie says, you know you're old when you bring your cushion seat to the bleachers. And I am there. I think it's time. We don't have them yet, but we keep saying. And it's more, I don't know, it's not for my behind, it's for my back.
I don't know how you've lived this long without us.
We spend a lot of time on the bleachers, and I don't know. John doesn't like to sit, so he stands most of the time, but maybe it's just I don't want to admit that it's time kind of a thing, like getting glasses and readers. You just You have to really get there.
I'm sure your high school sells them.
Yes, they do. They have logoed chairs for our high school, so it's time. All right, you guys. Yeah, Jamie says, I feel that as a church office manager too. Boom, it's Easter. They are out with the Valentine candy at Target, and they are in with all the Easter stuff. So I can't wait to show you guys what we have found from Target to kind of fill your Easter treats and your Easter baskets. Of course, you can shop at Walgreens or Walmart or wherever you get your Easter candies. But we have lots of ideas to share today. So I am going to actually, I'm going to bring you down so you can see all of the amazing samples, and then we're going to talk about our special offer for this release after I sort through these goodies and get them where they need to go. We have everything from Easter baskets to treat containers to cards, tags, all kinds of fun things with this release. And since Susan's here joining us today, I'm going to make her choose her favorite. So Susan, you can be thinking about that.
Favorite card or favorite product?
Well, maybe I'll let you choose like a favorite treat and a favorite card product.
Because I know my favorite product.
Oh, you do already. That was
months.
I'm not even sure what it is, but don't give it up yet.
Okay.
We'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Because I like everybody to choose their favorites.
Okay.
I think that's been something that I have loved since I started card making. I would bring John like a selection of the things that I had made, and he had to always choose his very favorite thing. I just like to hear people's favorites. And actually, Susan, I am not finding the 100+ freebie item over here.
Oh.
Can you see if Whitney has one of those so that I may talk about it with everyone?
So it's got to be here somewhere.
Okay. All right.
That's
we
correct.
have a blank space. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. Just 2 layers. Yep. All righty. Let's talk then about that 100+ freebies. So occasionally, when we have a big release like this, we will change the freebie, make it something that kind of coordinates with the theme of the release. And since this is our big Easter and spring release, we have a new freebie for purchases of $100 or more. That started this morning, and it will go while supplies last. And it is called Flower Fields. You guys can see it here on the screen. The Hedge Hugs freebie is not sold out. Don't worry. If you still want the Hedge Hugs, that will return after our Easter release has launched, either while supplies last, or if we continue to keep our supplies around for this, the idea is to bring it down on Tuesday of next week. So you'll get that Hedge Hugs freebie back at that time if we don't run out of the Flower Fields first. So this is what that looks like, and I'm going to bring you and show you what this product looks like, and I am loving it. So many different options for your color combinations. I love the cards the design team has made with it. We've got the 6x6 background stamp, which is kind of newer for us. We've been doing these larger sizes so that you can get both a vertical and a horizontal orientation easily with that one stamp. And because our stencils are already 6x6, that just makes a lot of good sense. So you have a 2-layer stencil and then this background stamp that actually stamps the solid color and leaves the design of the flowers and the greenery open.
That's my favorite look.
Isn't it? It's so fun. It really is. Let me pull in a couple of samples here. So the one I showed you guys on the screen, Emily created that one. I'm going to show, let me bring hers back in here first. Sadly, Emily's cards didn't arrive in time to show you in person, but they are absolutely gorgeous. I love how she combined them with the Irish Blessing stamp and the UR stamp. I think even if you're looking beyond Easter, this stamp is something that you can use throughout the year for birthdays and for weddings and just about any occasion flowers work great for. So then let's look at these 2 cards here that we have. This one is from Jill, and she went a really bright direction with this. The background, I love how she stamps her backgrounds in an ombre. So you can see that's what the stamp stamped is everything that you see here in that teal color. And then she took the stencils and filled in the two different color options on those to create the pink and the yellow designs.
What do you think teal she used? Any guess?
I think that looks like confetti cake at the bottom. It looks like a little bit of sour gummy in there. Blue raspberry.
So good.
Yeah, she gets such a great blend on her colors too. And really, when you're stamping something like this, just be careful to, I guess, just keep it in the back of your mind that you need to walk away from the background and come back to it because it does blend together. It looks maybe even a little splotchy the first time you stamp the background. Let it set. And a lot darker. And when you let it set for about 10 minutes or so, those colors, they just meld together and create this perfect ombre look that you see here. And then Susan created this one, and she went a little bit lighter in her background using, I think that looks to me like saltwater taffy. Yeah? She nods yes. And then she's got those two, actually you went with 3 different colors. So you must have kind of done a little bit of creative blending with your bitty blender brushes or detail blender brushes to get the 3 colors in the background, which I think turned out really pretty. And look how cute it matches with the cone flower dies that are previously released in our collection. So that's really cute. I love it.
I use my favorite things.
All right, so that's the 100 plus freebie for this week while supplies last for our Easter release. Let's take a look now at our Folk Eggs bundle. We have this special bundle just for you guys with this release. It is using one of our bigger collections from this release that's called Folk Eggs. And you might remember from our Valentine release, we had our folk hearts. So we're kind of continuing with that theme with the products in this bundle. Let's take a look through everything that's in here. And also you can get these products individually if you desire. So you don't have to purchase the bundle if you want to just get a few of the items in the bundle. All right, so it all starts with this Folk Eggs stamp. And this is similar to what we just talked about with the flower fields, where you're going to stamp, let me see if I can show you. Actually, I have one because we're going to be using this a little bit later when we get crafty. So here is my used version, but hopefully you can see that the actual background of the egg is what you're going to stamp with the color of your choice. And then the inner details of each of those images, that's what you're going to stencil with the included stencils. So the colors that are inside of the eggs are what you're going to be stenciling with the different blending tools that you use. So that is the stamp and stencil combo. It is a 3-layer stencil, and the stencils are this A2 size, so they fit nicely over the A2 size background stamp. And then of course you'll want a die to cut out your folk eggs. So we have those alignment squares on there so you can easily cut out the 4 eggs in the stamped image. Then in order to adorn your eggs, we all love those little Easter egg cups that you can kind of display your eggs in. So that's what this die was designed to do. We have a larger cup for the larger egg, and then we have a small cup for the small egg. And then this little piece is actually a backer. So if you want to show a different color through these openings, this backer fits both the small and the large egg cup. So that's in the bundle. And then of course we all need some sentiments to go with our Easter cards. And so we have this new sentiment set called Hello Spring. In the bundle you get the stamp set, the coordinating dies, and the foilet, which also coordinates with the same dies. So that is your bundle, $112 for that bundle, which means you automatically qualify for that freebie that I already shared with you. So that's great. Let me show you some of these cards then. Everybody took it in a little bit different direction, which I love about this set. You can really go in a lot of different color combinations. If you want something more bold and bright, this is what Jill Hawkins did with her folk eggs. And you can see that raised piercing plate in the background made a really fun kind of focal out of that large central egg here. Now Heather went in the direction that she usually goes in, and she stamped and blended this on toffee cardstock, which looks really rustic and pretty. I think that's super cute. One of the things you're going to see a lot in this release, you're actually seeing first here on Heather's card, but this background stamp is called the Gingham Check background. It goes with so many things in this release. It's just a great basic that's been in our collection for a while. If you don't have it, highly recommend for using with these products. Then we have this card from Lori. So this is a little bit more pastel version of the Easter egg. And she used one layer of that stencil from the freebie set in the background to create kind of an abstract greenery background. So really pretty there. And then we're going to be making this card here on the live today, but I went bold and folk art style with this color combination with some bright blue, actually not bright blue, deep blue with a bright teal, a red, and a peach color. And I made a ton of eggs, so I felt like I should bring all of them to the live today, but I did them in lots. They did. I know. I laid a lot of eggs. But they were just super fun to create, and I actually used the same colors on the stenciled layers and just changed up the background stamp layer. So on one of them I embossed in white. That's how you get these pretty white details like this. And then one I did a really dark navy color, our blue corn in the background. And then the other one I tried the blue raspberry. So really just a fun, bold folk art color combo that you can try in lots of different background colors and still not have to wash your stencils. I think I'm just a lazy stencil washer, so I stuck with the same stencil colors with all the different backgrounds to get a little bit different look. So we'll do that a little bit later. We're going to make this card and create that one together. But there you have the folk eggs bundle. And again, you can get those all separately if you choose, you want to pick and choose, or maybe you want an extra set of foilets, you can do that as well. All right, let's talk about this collection. I'm gonna have to show you some samples on the screen for this one again. Emily's cards didn't quite make it in time, but she took some beautiful pictures of them, so hopefully you can get the idea. This is our awesome Easter set. I do have it on good authority that Heather is going to be featuring this in her live on Thursday. Oh. So you guys are going to get even more ideas for this set. It is one that Heather designed, and we kind of have a series going. We have Awesome Blossom, we have Awesome Autumn, and now we have Awesome Easter. So let me show you the products that were used to make these cute cards. And like I said, you'll get some instruction, some more inspiration and ideas on Thursday when Heather is live. So this all starts with a single layer stencil, and it is a little bit hard to see on the in the packaging, but basically what you do is stencil half of the design, and then you move the other half over the top of the blended part already, and then you can get the details. So let's say over here you have solid eggs, and then over here you have the detail design that you move over the top of the solid and do it in a slightly darker color. So you have some tone on tone eggs, or you can play with blending different complementary colors together. And then once you blend those two halves together, you have what you see here, and you can use the coordinating Awesome Easter die with the alignment squares to easily line up and cut out all of those little image pieces. Now, in order to make it easy to kind of create your layouts, Heather did this foilet pack that's called Foilet Greetings of Spring, and it has several different Easter greetings already printed on it. Now, even if you don't foil, that's okay. You can still use these in the black and just place those cute little icons that you blended from the Awesome Easter stencil and die and place them around the outside of the sentiments. Here's a little bit closer view of one of Emily's cards where she used the carrots. I also thought it would be super cute if you used like a white gel pen to make little kind of carrot lines on those. So you can make them even more detailed if you added like Copic marker or Olo marker shading, gel pen accents, etc. So that's awesome Easter. Now, let's talk about something that was previously released. This was part of our Black Friday bundles, right? Isn't that when we did this? Okay, and people have been going crazy. When is this going to come out? Is this your favorite, Susan?
I'm not supposed to say
Okay,
yet.
she's not supposed to say yet.
I'm supposed to say.
Okay, good job following directions. So this is Create in Quads poster prints. And we all know you love the Create in Quads, and here's what you get with the poster prints, the 4 kind of artwork. They look like posters. That's why it's called poster prints, but they look like wall art that you would put on your wall. Frame it and put it up. So that's what this creates, and you can make some really beautiful Easter cards, or again, it's a general floral, so you can use this beyond Easter as well. We have a couple of sets. This first one is from Lori, and she created this when the stencil released back in our Black Friday bundle. And so you may have seen this inspiration before, but I love those beautiful pastel colors that she used with kind of the darker olive and sweet basil, I think is what she used on these, but kind of that darker olive green tones in there. She used some splatter that looks like a pearl splatter on these. If I can get them up to the light, you guys can see those splatters in the background that really add a lot, especially when you can look at them in person.
Does it look like the one from the Gonzai?
I think it's the Gonzai Tombi, yeah. the white silverish one in that set for that splatter. But just really, really pretty. I love all the texture she added by embossing over the top. On this one, she cut a piercing plate into the top.
I love that she did that.
It really just adds so much. And not any effort at all. It's just a run through your die cut machine after you're done blending. So really pretty cards. Then Susan got to take this for a spin as well and created this beautiful set of cards using the 4 quads from this stencil. Plus, this is brand new. This was not included in our Black Friday bundle. This is the Foilet poster prints. So let me see if I can get one up into the light here, and you can see those beautifully foiled details that coordinate with the stencil. And this one in particular, if you guys can see, it is designed not to fit perfectly around those flowers. So it is supposed to be more of an abstract look, so don't get confused when you go to use it and you think, well, this doesn't line up at all. It's not supposed to line up perfectly. So that was intentional.
I'm trying to keep you on your toes.
That's right. But look at how pretty these are with the little veining through the leaves and the flowers, and the flower center that has all those pretty little, she used a silver foil, I believe, on this, right, yep. Susan? Yep. Yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And this color combo, those leaves, I love those. I want to say mint julep, spearmint.
Probably spearmint.
Spearmint and something else down here then.
I think it's a little bit.
A light-handed something.
Poblano.
A very light-handed poblano. Yes. So pretty. And then you did the macaron with dried fig and...
Again, I don't even think I grabbed ink when I went to the...
Okay, just used what was in the brush. Yeah. Susan has a way with light-handed color, and I love it when she does it. If you don't have a light hand, just try to tell yourself before you start, loosen your grip on your blender brush, because I found when I have a lighter grip, I don't give as much pressure to the brush, and then not as much color transfers from the bristles to the paper. So that has helped me get a lighter hand, is just to not hold the brush quite so tightly. Okay, we have a couple more, I guess, collections of Easter products, and then we're going to get into Easter treats. So this is a beautiful collection called Fittingly Floral. It all starts with this stamp here that is actually 2 different kind of swags of flowers. And the whole idea here is that you can use the technique where you stamp one arc of the flower and then rotate your paper and stamp the other arc of the same design. And one of the cool things that this coordinates with is our rounded rectangle stacklets. So these are designed to perfectly fit on the arc of the rounded rectangle, and then you can just turn your paper 180 degrees, and then you'll have an arc at the top and an arc perfectly spaced at the bottom without really doing much work at all. You don't have to move anything in your MISTI, you just turn your paper. So this one has coordinating dies then, so if you want to be able to stamp it, die cut it and arrange it in a different kind of orientation. Maybe you want your little swags kind of angled on the sides of your focal piece. You can do that with the dies easily as well. And then because we love easy coloring, maybe you love coloring with your alcohol markers, which is awesome. I love that too, and it turns out beautifully. But sometimes some of you may not feel like coloring with your markers, so I'm going to pull out here the coordinating stencils so that you can easily fill this design, these two designs in with color. And I wanted to pull these apart just so that everybody can see. There's actually 8 stencils in this set. There's one set of stencils that goes with this swag and one set that goes with the other swag. And the way that you can tell which fit together is the numbering system on the side. This one says 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, and that one fits with the top image. And then this one says 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, and that fits with the bottom. So there's A stencils and there's B stencils. And those make it really easy for you to blend the color onto the flowers. You can even use your detail blender brushes and get quite a lot of dimension without a lot of effort. I love coordinating image stencils.
You have got to hear what Lori said.
What?
When you're ink blending and you want to get a light hand, act like you have a baby's hairbrush, not a toilet brush.
Nice, Lori. Yes, so now I won't be able to get that out of my head. We're not holding toilet brushes and scrubbing. We're holding a baby's brush and just lightly brushing their hair. All right, so then to coordinate with those 3 products, again, we love our foilets. So we have this foilet design where we've already placed those swags for you. So you can see the 4 designs on the back here. And a couple are positioned with that rounded rectangle shape in mind. I do believe that you can even cut out this outer part if you have the rounded rectangle stacklets and you want to cut out this and put it on another piece, you can trim that size with this as well. Then there's one that's on a circle, and there's one that has a really pretty arch with a lattice background. I'm actually going to take these out so you guys can see those. And there's this one. You get 3 each of the 4 different designs. So there's the circle, there's that pretty lattice, and then here's the other one with the dotted rounded rectangle. So pretty. And then here is the card that Lori created using that beautiful lattice foilet. She used gold foil on this and then colored that with her Olo markers. I love the addition of the little gold drip drops in there. And then we did create a sentiment set. I know many of us like to celebrate Easter with some faith-based sentiments. And so we have this set in Christ Alone. And it has some of the lyrics from that particular hymn in this set. And those are all designed to fit perfectly inside the openings of the foilet pack that we designed. So these larger sentiments will fit in all of the openings of the different foilet patterns. So that's what Lori has here on this card. She used that sentiment from the In Christ Alone set, just stamped inside the floral. I love it, I love it. Okay, one more card making product. We may never make it to creative time. Or class is going to go long today. It's a big release. Okay, so last card making product, everyone's favorite, the Insiders. We have a couple different versions. We have our Faith-Filled Easter that comes in both vertical and horizontal. So Bible verses that we often think of when we celebrate Easter are in this particular set. They both contain the same sentiments and verses, wishing you a joyful Easter filled with God's ever-present love, and that one is in horizontal and vertical. So they're just a little bit different orientation depending on what kind of cards you decide to make, or maybe you just grab both and then decide your orientation later and you're all set. So we did the same thing then with more like Happy Easter and those type of sentiments. Happy Easter, sweet friend, you're such a good egg. So you have that same sentiment again in horizontal and vertical. There's a couple others in here that I think are cute. Happy Easter to one of my favorite peeps. No bunny loves you like I do. Happy Easter. And hopping by to wish you happy Easter. So those are, again, available both vertical and horizontal, and they are toner printed, so they can be foiled as well. Should we move on to treats?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Can we eat some?
I'm so excited. Can we? We might have to show. Maybe you can grab some of the treat things that Whitney has over there so I can show off options for people's sweet tooth.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
There's some really cute wrapped things that she found.
Yes.
But I've got to bring over my favorite thing, though.
Okay. So the first thing we have for you is called our Craft a Carton bundle. So we have put together this fun little bundle that features egg cartons with 4 holes. So I know I've seen these around a lot, and I've always wanted to make these. And then I find, where I can buy them, and I have to buy 50 of them, and I don't want 50 of them. So we have sourced these for you guys and put them into a fun little bundle that includes everything you need to make these cute little egg carton treats. And what you put in them is completely up to you. I'm going to show you some ideas here, but the Craft a Carton bundle comes with 5 egg cartons. And then it comes with 3 different colors of May Arts brand ribbon. So this is really good ribbon. And it comes in a teal, and then we have kind of a celery green color and a light pink gingham. So you get 1.5 yards of each of these 3 ribbons. And like you can see on here, you can use those ribbons to tie around and close your Easter carton. And then... Are you dropping things?
I am. I got eggs running on the floor. Luckily, they're not real.
And then we have the crinkle paper. We went with a craft colored crinkle paper. Of course, if you wanted to use green to look like grass, you could grab that yourself. But I had a hard time getting happy with the green colors of grass that are out there. They were like very lime green. And it's all about color for me. So we went with the craft colored little crinkle paper in the bundle. So those are the items you get in the bundle, and then you can imagine it however you would like. Let me show you. So my kids are a little bit older now. I made an Easter basket for Maddie and Charlie. I have tied up Maddie's with a cute little bunny. I'll show you this bunny in a little bit here. It's something new with this release, but I put her initial on there and tied that all up. But my girls are a little older now, so we have moved beyond the little jelly beans and treats phase of Easter baskets and decided to put these together with some fun things that are their favorites. So we've got makeup sponges, little mini makeup sponges, a little chapstick. The EOS brand comes in some cute colored containers. And then Charlie in particular loves hand sanitizer, and in Maddie's I put a little nail polish because that's more her style. So Charlie got a hand sanitizer and Maddie got a nail polish, and then I put a little scrunchie in each of them. You can see I've got my crinkle grass down in there to hold it all together. And then I have a little treat in there as well. So I still went with the treats, just not as many as I probably did when they were little. And then you can just close that up, and again, you can decorate it however you would like. I did it really simply, just tied it with some ribbon and a little bunny tag. You can see Lori created these more substantial tags, which are beautiful. I love that. She used the same bunny on hers and a sentiment from the Hello Spring set. We haven't talked about this sentiment set yet, but some great ones in there for Easter baskets too. And I love how she wrapped just kind of a lightweight packing paper almost.
Do you think it's just a brown paper sack?
Oh, it could be just a brown paper sack. I was thinking maybe she saved some paper from her TE order and flattened it back out again. But yeah, it could just be like a lunch bag, like a brown paper
Lori,
bag.
I haven't seen her.
Lori, tell us what you used for this wrap. I love it though because it's lightweight and it fits nicely. You can wrap it more easily than cardstock around these cute little containers.
The bunny's coming.
Yes, bunny is coming. Let's talk about that next. Some other treat options. So we grabbed these little Hershey marshmallow eggs.
I like the wrapping on those.
They are really a pretty pink color, aren't they?
Soft. Yeah.
We've got some Cadbury cream eggs that fit nicely in those egg carton containers because these are about the size of an actual egg. So you could just go with Cadbury cream eggs. Then we've got Hershey's polka dot cookies and cream eggs. They come in a couple different colors, pink and blue. Those are going to fit in another treat container.
I want Cadbury to make their packaging different.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the pink or the purple, green, and red packaging on there. How about pastels? But I do love the packaging on these little Hershey mini bunnies, milk chocolate bunnies. Look at how cute they are.
They're my favorite.
And they have little, they have cute colors. There's the teal, pink, yellow. Apparently I have a lot of teal left over. I've used almost the entire bag. But they are super adorable. And then Susan and I were talking about this is one of our favorites. We actually didn't put it in any of the treat containers. I think we might just open it and eat it. How does that sound?
Oh, I love
Good.
This. They're my favorite.
I'm not a huge fan of chocolate, but there is something different about these mini eggs. The chocolate is just different.
It's different.
So if you're also not a big fan of chocolate, try these.
Is there something called Dutch chocolate? Is there something different? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, my husband is Dutch, and I should know that, but I don't.
And Lori said she has a roll of just craft paper.
Okay.
Packing paper.
That you use for packing, yes.
So.
Okay, so that was the answer from Lori. All right, well, there's some treat options for you. There's a lot out there, and I would like to make a public service announcement now that I have ordered mine. The lemon Kit Kats are back in stock. They were an Easter thing last year. I went crazy for them. I ordered 3 bags. Did you do 3 too?
I ordered you 3 bags, so you're...
Oh, Susan ordered me 3 bags too.
3 bags to pay
Oh, that's right. Okay, so now I have 6 bags in my desk drawer, and I think they should last me a little while. In case anybody else was waiting for those little treats to come back, it's official. They are back, at least at Target. And you know what, guys? I unearthed a collection that I forgot to talk about that was card making. So I'm going to move backwards before we keep going on the treats because I don't want to forget about our cute little joyful bunny. This Heather designed kind of to follow the collection or continue the collection that we started with Peaceful Dove at Christmas time. So it includes this background stamp and stencils then to fill in the design on the bunny. So you can see the bunny is completely open on this stamp, and then you have that solid background where the greenery remains whatever color your cardstock is. And then you have those 3 stencil layers that create the design that you see inside the bunny. here.
Okay.
Love that.
So 2 things. Leanne Carlson thinks it's adorable that you are also a candy expert. She thanks you for that. And did you know someone just said Walmart has those lemon in a full size? That's dangerous.
They do.
I don't think it'd be the little fun size.
It might be bad. At least having to open like 8 of the fun size slows me down and makes me think maybe I shouldn't open 8 of these. If I have one big one and I only have to open the package once, that's going down the hatch real fast. Thank you for telling us.
Maybe we can do that.
Okay, so then to go along with that Joyful Bunny stamp and stencil combo, we have the Joyful Bunny die with all of those etch markings, and you can actually combine this with the stencil that comes in the stamp and stencil set, and you can pop that over the top of the background if you want to use the die cut, or you can use it on its own. Heather did both here. So you can see here she's got that 1-layer card where she just stenciled the pattern onto the bunny after stamping the background. I love this. I believe this is the video that's up on our YouTube channel today. So you're going to learn how to make all of these beautiful projects that you see here. So check that out. And then on this one, she used the die and popped it up over the toffee background so that you got the contrast of the white on the toffee, which I think is super cute too. And then look at this sweet little tag. This would be so cute tied onto your little Easter carton as well. I love that. Okay, sorry I forgot about Joyful Bunny. Now we're gonna move back to treats again and a little bit of carding as well because Susan used this die that we already talked about. She used it on a set of cards, which turned out adorably, Susan. I love them. So this is called Iconic Easter, and when we talked about this set, we thought it would be a great option to tie on to your Easter cartons. So Lori did that. She created a tag that she tied onto her Easter carton here, and Heather also created some tags for the Easter cartons. I have those here where she used the chicks and the bunnies in different colors. Put the cute, you see that gingham check background again? I see it. And then we've got the cute little polka dotted icons from that set. So also in the set, you get, if we turn this over, we had some extra space on the inside of each of these die cuts. So there are a couple of tiny tags in there. You have a scalloped bottom tag and one that's shaped like an Easter egg. And those already have the hole in them. You can see that they both use them on their little tags. Lori's got hers up here, and then Heather tied them around the necks of the cute little icons in the set. So, so cute. So many things you can do with this one little die set, and this is what Susan used. I know, that was adorable. But I can't wait to show them what you put around the neck.
Oh.
Okay, so then Susan decided to make this adorable set of cards using these little icon dies. You guys see it again? This is that Gingham Check background. Once again, Susan embossed it on these 4 different colors of cardstock. So it's embossed with white embossing powder, and then she cut the icon out of this scalloped layer that's from our new Layer It Piece Within die set, and popped that up over the top of the little piece that's embossed. And then she's got foiled sentiments on there. These were super simple, right? Very simple to do, and I think they pack a really big punch. I love how you did the background with the embossed stripes on it. I didn't catch that until just right now. It was a Jill-inspired background, but it adds that little bit of extra texture, dimension to the whole project. It's the little details on a simple card that really make it special. So I loved that. And then if you want to think beyond Easter and spring, check out this adorable baby card. Oh, baby, that's cute. And Susan put a little bow around the neck of the chick, which is from our mini bows set. Stacked up that Oh Baby die cut several times, which I think is so cute. And we've got all the scallops and cute little textures, and just makes me think of baby. I love it. Love that one. So that was kind of on the treats realm. It was designed for tags to tie around that Easter carton or that egg carton, but look how cute it is on cards as well. Now let's look at our last two treat items together. We've got the All Tucked In Easter Windows set. This includes windows that you can cut into your All Tucked In box. So the All Tucked In is a series we've been following for quite a while. It's this cute little box, and there are lots of things. Susan's got the little bunny, Hershey bunnies in here. 4 of them actually fit in there. That's a cute little treat. And then just then just really simply cut the window into the front of the box and placed a piece of vellum behind it. So she did those in 3 different colors. Another simple treat that you can gift for Easter. And last but certainly not least, we have our carrot treat box. I don't see bunny bait over here. Can you grab the set that's right on my table back there that I was using? It's on the glass board, I think, or near the glass board.
Do you want all the things back on it?
No, that's okay. Just so I can show everyone. I don't see that it's up here, so. Okay, so Carrot Treat Box creates this adorable little carrot-shaped box. How cute is that? We used the Take 2 stencil from last week's release, our second chance release, that has the 2 different patterns on each half. So I blended the bottom tone on tone with the polka dots and the top of the carrot box with the kind of asterisk pattern, and makes it look a little bit more leafy and greenery. And then we have the Bunny Bait clear set that has the little tag sentiments you can stamp on those tiny tags. Treats inside, Bunny Bait, Happy Easter, Some Bunny Loves You, To You From Me. You've seen these a lot in the samples as well. And the carrot treat box, super simple to put together. You just fold on the score lines, adhere on this little tab that's over on one side, and then you can kind of thread your string through the circles that are die cut for you. They should match up perfectly. And then you're just going to sandwich, as you're threading, you're sandwiching the green leafy piece in between the other 2 pieces, and then cinching it all together and tying it in the front. I put a little tag on it. I put it in our little strawberry basket that we released for Valentine's Day, which I think is cute, and added a few little chocolate bunnies in there. We talked about how it would be cute if you had a big chocolate bunny to put in with the carrots, and and the carrots are filled with these little polka dot Hershey's cookies and cream eggs. All right, there you have it.
Asked, are the cartons sold separately?
The cartons are not. They're only in the bundle. And each bundle comes with enough product to make up the 5 cartons. So you shouldn't really have a lot of leftovers if you're buying another bundle. You can use those items for the next 5 that you're making. So now it's time to talk about favorites. So I want everybody to say if you have a favorite card making product and favorite treat. And Susan, it's your turn. It's your chance. I'm going to get set up here with the products, and you can tell everybody what your favorite was.
My favorite is the poster prints. I have been, right? That's right.
You've been waiting for that.
I have been waiting anxiously. I didn't get it on Black Friday either. Yeah, I've been waiting, but you told us it's coming. So, I am excited about that and the foilet to go with it, and I love the cards Lori Craig made.
Yes.
Back when it was done, those cards just, I couldn't even do justice. They didn't even close. I just loved them. And then I really love the carrot. It's
carrot.
So cute.
I love the carrot
It's hard to
too.
decide. It's like picking a favorite child.
I know. I am.
Which some days that's easier than others.
Yeah, some days they make that choice for you. But I don't know if I
do love the cartons.
I
though.
do
It's
love
so
the cartons,
hard.
and they're simple, and the little iconic Easter, as unexpected as it is for a favorite. I think this one might be a favorite of mine, but I was also surprised how much I loved playing with these folk eggs. Like my eggs just kept like multiplying. Like I want to try this and I want to try this. And so that one was really fun too. I don't know. There's a lot.
I know. You just put me on the spot because I had to pick, but I've been just waiting so long for that stencil. So
oh, yeah. Lots of others we're waiting too and excited to see the poster prints coming out. Okay, so let's create together, shall we? We're gonna do the folk egg card here that you see. I'm gonna take that folk egg stamp off of my backer card, and to stamp this on, I'm actually going to be using the Simple Strips stack. So we created these stacks because our Simple Strips stamps are a little bit bigger than your typical A2 size. So in order to get the full piece on there, you don't want to waste your own cardstock. You can grab these. We're able to cut them a little bit bigger because our parent sheet sizes are bigger, and you can use these also for the eggs. So I am going to put that down here in my MISTI, and we'll pick that stamp up. I can even use my magnet in the corner if I want to get it. If I don't want to live on the edge today, I'll put my magnet down.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. All right, so I've got blue corn ink that we're going to stamp these eggs with.
Some iconic Easter too, and folk art, folk eggs.
Folk eggs, yes.
Eggs and the cups.
The egg cups. That joyful bunny is just adorable. I love the cards Heather made for the YouTube video today. All right, let's do one more time. You don't really have to. It looks really good to me. So I'm just gonna lightly ink it. All right, so there are the 4 different Easter egg designs. Now, if you wanted to stay really simple, I saw a card that Kavya did where she actually didn't use the stencils. She just stamped these egg designs, cut them out, and placed them kind of together to create a background for her card. And I thought that looked really stunning too. But I want to show you all of the things you can do with this. So we are going to go ahead and blend these. And let's see, stencil layer 1. Let's see. I did not, stencil layer 1 is going to be peaches and cream. I don't think it really matters what order that I went in, but I wanted to make it the same as before because I was happy with that. So, get some teal tape out here. And we'll tack that down.
You have enough now?
Thank you. All right. Got my little bitty blender brushes because there aren't a lot of openings on this stencil, but you could use your bigger ones as well. Is everybody ready for Easter? Have you let go of Valentine's Day and moved beyond?
No.
No? I know. It's hard to move on.
Well, it's just happening so fast. I'm just not ready.
Yeah.
I wonder how the stores kept up with that.
I know. It
Right?
seemed to take longer for the Easter candies to show up than what I was hoping for. I checked a couple of times before they had finally come out with them. But I know we're always looking for stuff earlier than probably the normal person does because...
You should just ask me to check my expired candy.
That's true. I don't know how Susan manages to do this, but she has like this candy cupboard at home, and there's always candy in it.
It's expired.
And the kids don't eat it, so it's expired. Like, I don't think candy has ever expired in our home. So, not a problem we have.
Potato chips don't ever expire.
No, I do actually discard a lot of chips, it seems like, that just never quite gotten all the way eaten. They're like,
that never happens at my house, ever.
All right, so the second layer of the stencil here, I am doing watermelon ink, which is a little brighter red than cherry pop and looks really fun with this color combination.
Wanda calls it stuff candy.
All right, almost there. All right, one thing I was going to tell everyone, but I kind of forgot until right now. So do what I say and not what I did. But this right or left side of the stencil here, if I pull it up into the screen, you can see it gets really close to the outside edge of the egg, so that when you die cut, you're going to see a little bit of that color that's off the side of the egg there. So what I was going to do today, and I did not do, was place a little piece of masking, like Post-it labeling tape, to mask off that side of the stencil, just right there on this larger egg at the top left. If you just place a little bit of whatever kind of masking paper you like to use. I use the Post-it labeling tape quite a bit. And then that will make sure that when you die cut your egg, I'll show you here one that I didn't do that on. So you see I have that little bit of color that came off the side of my stencil when I die cut. So just make sure you mask that piece off. The last one I'm going to do here is going to be blue raspberry on layer 3 of my stencil.
Says Wanda calls it stunt candy.
Stunt candy?
That's not. I don't know. Like, I think it was like last summer you said, does anyone have candy canes? And I was like, yes.
Yes, when we're doing our Christmas release.
Like, don't eat them though. They're old.
Anytime you want to design a product to go with a certain candy, you're never going to find it that season. So we do keep like bags of things around that might go away, and just in case.
Yeah.
We need the sizing for some reason we decide at a later time. All right, so there are those folk eggs. So pretty. Okay. So let's go ahead then and cut these out. I'm going to grab that Easter egg die, and you guys can see that it is connected. So when we line that up, we can use a combination of the alignment squares and just visually looking at where those eggs are going to cut. And I think I'm just going to use some of this teal tape. Now, teal tape, when you're die cutting, it will pull up your paper in some instances, so you can de-tackify it. That's a really made-up word. Or, in this case, I'm not going to be using any of this excess paper, so I don't really care if it rips. And I had teal tape standing nearby, so I'm going to go with that.
Are you out?
No, it was just, I had already had the die lined up, and I didn't want to reach over and try to grab my other tape. All right, so there are those 4 eggs. Perfect, right?
Very cute.
I mean, they're fun.
I love the unique color combo. At least
Thank
to
you.
Me, I think it's unique.
Yeah, I wanted something that was more like Nordic. You know, when I think of folk style, I think of like Sweden and IKEA. And,
Swedish people.
yes. And that was the color combination that kind of came out. But hey, if you're over there, can you find the pastel eggs that you did so I can show people those? Because I don't think we had any pastels to show. I thought they were pretty.
They're very light. I just wish I had gone a little, and I could put the stencils back down and make the guava layer a little darker. I think that would
Look how
help.
pretty those are. So these were ones that Susan did when we were testing the product, and she stamped them in a light pink champagne background, and then did, I think that's potato chip or banana cream pie, one of the
It's
two.
called Banana cream pie. It's my
Banana
favorite.
cream
Yeah.
pie
Yeah.
and a lighter green color, maybe Granny Smith.
No, lime zest.
Lime zest, and then guava.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But light
so
handed.
pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp this. I'm going to be stamping the knock on wood background is what I'm using. And this one we are actually using a lot at Stamp Joy this year. So you may have recently purchased that one if you're participating. And I'm just going to place that piece of toffee cardstock that I had pre-cut to the size that I wanted. And then I put a little bit of adhesive on my grid paper. So when I place that down, I make sure it was completely covered by the stamp. And then when I turn the lid of my Misty or the back of my Misty onto the stamp, it picks up the stamp for me, making sure that it stays in exactly the right place.
Sandy asked what tape you'd like to use for die cutting.
Oh, yes. So for die cutting, I like to use Scotch removable tape.
Yeah, me too.
I have used it for probably 15 years of my crafting, and never once have I had any kind of problems with it pulling my paper. It's just a great all-around tape. So I believe on the our website, we sell the refills. So you just need to put it in a dispenser of your choice. I have the Big Shot Caddy, and there's a tape dispenser in the side of it that just sits in my die cut machine. And so it's always there.
It'll fit in any old used.
Yes, it'll fit in any tape dispenser that you have. All right, so we stamped that knock on wood background with sugar cube ink. Pull that out, and then I'm gonna splatter it, or spatter it. So I'll bring in my spatter box, set it down in there, and Whitney's got me all set up. Whitney, you wanna say hi to everybody?
Hi, friends.
They love hearing from you.
I love my crafty friends. You gotta keep those crafty friends close.
That's right.
I just asked Taylor to make all of my Easter treats for me because she made such adorable ones. I was like, can
Yeah,
you do
she's
that?
like, do you want to give these to my kids? I have 3 kids and you made 3 carrots.
I'm learning.
I
should
said
give
yes.
myself credit. I am learning how to do the amazingness you guys do. Takes time.
Someday you will have more of that than you do now.
Yes, true.
Oh, she's come a long way. Don't you think?
Yes.
All right, I feel good about that. Got a little splatter on there. Here's what it looks like. Now we just have to put together our egg cup. I've got this little piece already pre-cut, so I'll go ahead and adhere that. And I just cut this scallop border piece with one of our petite scallop die sets. So I think we have petite scallop rectangles, and you can just use that petite scallop to cut a border. And I know I have a scissors. Here we go. I'll trim that off the sides here. Whitney, are you here to take away all my samples for the studio?
Yes. I keep looking through them like, and I love this, and I want this.
Did you see that there's some behind me too?
Yes.
Over there? Okay.
She
All
put
right.
me on the spot and made me pick.
I made her choose a favorite. It's like choosing a favorite child
It is. It's so hard.
in front of all your children.
I catch myself often saying, "This is my favorite," and then 2 seconds later, "No, this
this
is my
one.
favorite."
Yeah.
They're all my favorite.
All right, so we've got our background kind of built. We're going to put that on a top folding mini slim card panel. And if anybody over there wants to bring me some 1x3s, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
While I build our little egg cup.
That okay?
That's perfect, thank you. All right, we cut these ahead of time. And by we, I mean Whitney. Whitney did a great job cutting
I do
these
have skills.
ahead of time. And I'm just going to attach this backer first behind the design, just making sure that the backer covers up all of the open parts of the egg cup. So it looks like that. And then if you want to get a little bit fancier, you can piece back together some of those portions. So I'm going to grab my I think
Your
maybe
glue press.
I might need a pin in this one.
Okay.
Hold, please. Thank you.
Yes.
It's been a long weekend, and so we'll just put our little pin in there.
I should have came and used it over the weekend.
And there we go. We're back. All right. I can place these down into those openings that I put adhesive in. See if I can get a little bit closer here for you guys. There we go. And if you like to use a pick and place tool for this step, you certainly can. That would be easy to do too. I'll grab my belly jelly for this next one just to show you. Just have to make sure your piece is turned over, and then you can pick it up and put it right down into the open space. This one needs to turn over. I wish there was an easier way to do that. Turn your paper over when it needs to.
because it doesn't want to lay in jelly side up.
No.
It always wants to lay in the other way.
There we go. I got him. Still easier than fumbling with your fingers. Okay, so I pieced the red hearts, and the little blue raspberry is what color I used for the little splashy marks. And then the backer was blue corn. So we can place that down using a little bit of foam tape here. Keep losing my scissors.
We can bring you several pairs over. Would that help?
All right, so then if we just cut a couple of thin pieces.
Will you tell them where that scallop is from?
Yeah, the scallop border was die cut using the petite scallop rectangle stacklets.
So there's a mini slim and a regular A2,
Okay.
so you can use whichever.
The
right?
mini slim would just give you the option to have a longer border. And I think I have the mini slim here. So really I just used one edge of this die to cut that little border piece here.
They were guessing.
All right, let me find my egg here and see how we're gonna put that in. Probably gonna put that right about there. So I'll peel that off, and we can place our egg cup around the bottom. I don't even think that's the egg I used. I used this egg. don't want it to sit lopsided in our egg cup either, so make sure you do that step. All right, simple Easter card. We've got the Hello Spring that I've already foiled and die cut. This is from the Hello Spring stamp set that has the coordinating foilet. I'll go ahead and put a piece of foam tape at the top here to pop that up, and a little bit of adhesive along the bottom edge. And then we're going to call it done. All right, a couple of 1x3s for the back. They're a little bit too long to fit across that part that so we'll just cut it off with the scissors there. And then I can bring in all 3 of the versions. Well, actually, I can't. I can only show you the 2 because Whitney took one. That's okay. We have the one that we made today. So in case you want to take a screenshot, here are the 2 cards that we created. And you can take your screenshot and then you can fill out your Facebook Live notebook. Yes, I can scroll out here and then you can see the ink pads. So blue corn, then we did peaches and cream, watermelon, and blue raspberry. There you go. Okay, you guys, let me say farewell for today. Get you on your way. If you're going to be shopping, you can head over to the Tailored Expressions website and find all the things that we talked about today. And I told you already that Heather was going to be joining you on Thursday. She's going to show off that awesome Easter set, which I'm super excited to see what she does with that. And then I will be here next week on Tuesday. It's the last Tuesday of the month, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we know what that means. It's time for another kit. I can't wait. All right, you guys, have a great afternoon, and I will see you when I see you.